gentlemen in the mix.
Okay, it should be fine now. If not, what can I even do? Great. I've never even seen OBS crash before. Most incredible timing ever, by the way. I did not rage quit. The thing just crashed because I kept having to go back to the settings on OBS, and while it's live, that requires a lot of energy or something, a lot of resources. Yeah, and like the whole point of this microphone was to be where you can't hear anything but my voice pretty much, and if you can, that's something I've got to work on because this setup can certainly get rid of it. So I would assume that like the gain would have something to do with the buzzing noise. Anyway, F this, man. Like, you don't like it, then leave. Holy crap. And at this point, I mean, I tried everything I could, and I'll try to continue to work on it. But at some point, we have to like look at the charts. The thing that I love and, that inverse stresses me out. I'm dealing with all the things that stress me out. So cool. The headliner is like Ethereum today, mostly. I mean, there are altcoins that pump too, but man, this one's doing wonderful while Bitcoin's just flirting with dumping again, right? I mean, 24 hours later, like Bitcoin was at its lowest point yesterday while I was live, 46,350-ish area, and here we are, like. End of the day, we're going to be probably closing at the lowest point again, session lows again every day on Bitcoin, and it doesn't really look good. I mean, Bitcoin made a lower high. We talked about it yesterday. That still exists. That's still there. Yeah, so I mean, like, hey, even with Bitcoin being terrible like this, just not able to catch any bids, no one's buying it really. Despite that, a lot of altcoins have been able to continue their rallies, which is definitely interesting. And it probably has everything to do with Bitcoin dominance. I bet this trash is dumping. Oh yeah, look at this trash. Just falling apart. And yeah, you think eventually 88% retrace, 40%. It's down like it's down an entire percent from yesterday. So, yep, that could continue to plummet. And then assets like Ethereum and you name it rally hard off major levels. They break out, they back test, they go again. So you could definitely see this going lower. So the question is, will Ethereum break out of this upsloping consolidation structure sooner rather than later? There's just, besides an upsloping resistance, there's no real overhead resistance looking left at all that exists. It's no man's land until $4,000+. So multi-month highs, really, really nice candle today. It'll be the highest candle close too, and it'll be certain hidden bullish divergence and development locally, right? Just from like here, right? From this low to the slightly higher low, hidden divergence, or from the actual low, real low from July 21st to a higher low. MACD is showing it too, implying a continuation. It's so strong right now, really, really is. I mean, could you imagine if Bitcoin caught bids where this thing would go? It would go it could be up 10%, 20% in a day if Bitcoin just caught bids and all stayed the same. One thing that's really important about what's happening is that 618, the golden retrace, it would be the first day you'd be breaking it. You tested it on August 23rd and the 24th and failed and reversed and then engulfed. Now you're at highest levels. So I think that's pretty significant, breaking a golden retrace. Very, very nice looking stuff on this one. Okay, so let's look at Cardano, your third largest crypto ever. It's up marginally, kind of just stalling out. It had its run, man. It had the big move up. It might be time to consolidate for a while. Still above, its previous all-time high of 242. Engulfing candle on the daily is still valid until you get a daily candle close below 252. Everything's good on this one. About levels, right? The levels are good. Certainly no value here. On the 4 hour, did you double top? I mean, for now, it's looking like you made a high, you sold off, you attempted a rally, and it was about the same. And now you could see, where is the support until 250, 242? There is no support really. So, unless this starts taking off soon, you could go straight back down to test the real levels that make any sense for support after failing to continue the rally. There was definitely bearish divergence on the 4 hour there. So, whenever you might be showing a potential double top, those aren't really areas to go long. Or if not, especially with Bitcoin, looks like it just wants to puke and soon.
Noise! Hey, Mitch, could you look at from USDT, please, on KuCoin? Thanks.
If you want, man. I'm surprised you even care. Thank you, dude. All right, so that's Cardano not really in any sort of actionable position right now, and that's what we look for, right? This is why I stream. It's not to say, ooh, oh, look how cool this thing is. It's to be like, hey, is there action we could take on this asset right now at this current time? No, not Cardano. There were times to take action, whether it was the back test of the old all-time, or the inflection point from May and June. That was an area with hidden bullish divergence in the 4 hour. That was identified in Patreon. Or even, if someone was playing a back test, it reacted, but you don't really have confirmation. The confirmation is normally a second test, which you haven't had yet. Or, some people even in here, $1, a critical area of support at the pattern completion zone of a bullish shark, another bullish shark, that was another area. So there were definitely areas to take longs on Cardano at some points using strategy, and now is not the time. Even if it goes up, it just randomly pivots and reverses and runs upward now. You're not using strategy. You're just randomly buying, and that's terrible. That's not how you do it, okay? You look for combination variables, and you apply the same formula to each chart. So we can look at Binance Coin. Has anyone figured out how to get rid of this stupid scroll over crap? I'm just so sick of it. It's like, I don't want, can I not just rest my mouse on something without it just popping up like that? Zero reason that it should do that. And if they're gonna do it, why not give me an option to turn it off? Good God. Yeah, BNB hit a 618, right? Where Ethereum has today broken above the 618. Binance Coin has been truly unable to breach it and has pulled back and could eventually backtest 430. It has not done that yet. Binance Coin has never confirmed 430 as a support since it re-broke out on the 20th of this month, about 11 days ago. But you know what happens if this asset does backtest 430 successfully. The only time in history you can see what happened to it. Wow, nice markup. So it could be, definitely the way Bitcoin looks like it wants to puke right now. Binance Coin could very well see 430 not difficult to imagine that. Okay, so that's Binance. Let's look at the daily on it. Remember, we think you're in this complex wave structure where, yeah, you pull back, you could come back. It doesn't matter where it is. It could come back down to 380 and make a higher low and then run again, and eventually hit the target of 637. It's gone almost straight up since July 20th. Very little pullbacks, and very little resistance looking left, which is, you know. It's just, I'm sorry, most coins are just not going to perform well when the macro looks the way it does. The way Bitcoin's performing, I'm surprised these altcoins are even able to continue to run. It's wild, man. Oh, someone even remembered that I tweeted about YFII. I mean, dude, no one cares. Like, yeah, so those are your big four right there. We can look at KSM, this up 28%, man. Killed it, dude. Remember we were talking about, I mean, maybe no one's even gonna say they remember that what happened to this asset when you held 281 as support, what could happen. And then today happened. Yeah, really nice rally. And there was hidden divergence there too. Another higher low above 281. It's really nice, and it's just blasted off. It could come back test 345, but it doesn't do that. Historically, it doesn't really do that when it breaks out like that. So I think eventually 484, but Bitcoin's puking, so this is going to puke too. It's going to dump. It's bearishly engulfing right now with an hour 19 minutes till the close. I mean, would you be surprised if Bitcoin closes at its lowest levels of the day, like it's been doing every single day, or it's at the highest levels of the day? Every day, man, it's just like someone set a bot up to just mega sell.
Thank you for your
the
help,
last
wisdom,
hour
and
or
telling
two
me
of
how it
trading.
is.
Or,
Appreciate you,
we're-
brother.
What's up, dude? Thanks, man. Thanks, 420, man. So yeah, I mean, I want to tell you, when an asset's up 28%, yeah, it's not surprising looking at the history. So yeah, there's YFI, whatever. Cool, it ran up to the next level that made any sense at all. 64.72. It even exceeded it, ran up somehow to 78.70. I mean, not somehow, it's just very little supply. In levels like this, if you look left, there's no supply. What's up, Michael, man?
Michael Parker tipped $150. Mitch, I have learned so much and I'm just starting to get the hang of harmonics. Been with you since January and have boosted my brokerage account to 250% positive on the year.
That's incredible, man. Michael, congratulations.
Hype in the chat!
And thanks for the support of the channel. I'm happy that I've been some sort of positive effects on your life. That's good, man. Helps on weeks like these. Just where the things you can't control at all, there's nothing you can do about it. The things you can't control end up being really bad things, and they just keep happening and they don't stop. And you're like, when will it stop? When will the good things happen? And then it's like, YFI does this, YFI does this, and it's like, all right, man, all right, Ethereum does what it's doing. All right, finally a W. Thanks, man.
Hype in the chat!
$250 automation on the segments, man. Jeez.
Michael Parker tipped $100. More hype.
More hype. There you go. That's not up to me. Hype's never been about me. It's been about the chat, and it's been about only Bitcoin, unfortunately. But NFT of me, eating the steak, saying Bitcoin only, it meant for hype, not for anything else. All right, so yeah, well, do we want to look at the play-by-play of it? I guess here it was, man. This was like, I don't even know why I tweet, man. No one, you get some thought, that says something about Bitcoin and cats, and TradingView likes it and retweets it, and it's like you post something like this and everyone ignores you. It's like, who cares? You know, it's like, oh, all right, man. It kind of made a lot of sense, didn't it? It was just a momentum play, a bullish continuation trade. Everything was perfect. There it is. So it's hit one target of the 3. If you could even believe the third target was nearly $10,000.
Hey Mitch, VI is getting added to Coinbase, along with 2 other random coins.
That'll help. That will help catalyze a trade setup that was already looking spectacular. But yeah, maybe that was it. That was it, man. What a pump. So hey, that could continue upwards. All right. Thanks, man, for the update. I think I saw that in the chat, but it was like Michael Parker was tipping when I read it. So I hope a lot of people took a shot on this just because it increased in value so fast, right? Not because like I hope everyone was all in on this. I hope everyone practiced proper position sizing on this, because this could have just as easily failed, because nothing's certain. We were playing momentum, we were playing the levels, we were above a critical level. I mean, it was the most important level that existed on this chart, 3683.
Mitch, thanks for the great call on ZM. I want to enter AMZN, but I'm waiting on a pullback. What area is a good buy entry and a pullback?
Amazon got one on the earnings, right? We can look at Amazon. Thanks, Bitcoin, success. Yeah, they had. Oh, it looked bad. It had double topped after it broke out, and it, you know, looked like it was going to the deep retraces for a reset, and it happened. They gapped down like 11% yesterday on what, bad earnings or something. It's just, so if you played that, congrats, but you know, would have gapped up 10%, and then what? Ouch. So congrats, man. But we'll look at Amazon if you want. All right. Another asset that's performed exceedingly well today was DOT. Beautiful, man. All right. We knew if you ever broke 2750, this was covered just as early as yesterday's stream.
Can we look at YFI?
Green Third Eye, why you keep doing this to me, man? That's 2 days in a row. I let it slide last time, but now I gotta, you know, someone even called it out yesterday, you know, because if it's like, hey, if all of a sudden I start making exception for you, I'm making it for everyone for the request minimum. I don't get it. Thanks, man. And that's not being, this is just like literally not playing favorites. You know, it's like literally just having rules. And I always look at the bad guy because I have to bring it up. Because like, what if I just don't look at the request and say thank you and ignore you? Then you're like, oh, he ignored my request. It's like, no. So this asset eventually could go to $40. It wasn't above 2750 yesterday. It is now, and it's up 14.75%.
Hope this helps see view chart settings. Go to scales, deselect everything. Want to eliminate the panel, but annoying colors will be gone.
Thanks, man. I'll mess with it later, because the last thing I want to do is do what I did earlier with the microphone, like a new variable. And
my bad.
You're good, man. Thanks, dude. So there could be a back test. You know, 2750 could be back tested as support. It's happened before, but we know what happens when the asset back tests that level as support. You know where it goes. I mean, we could do the same thing we did on KSM here, right? So the first time in history that DOT bounced off 2750, 2650, right? It ran up to a high point, 49% appreciation in value in 24 days. Okay, then it did it again. It bounced off that same level, that zone, and then it eventually ran up 70% in 9 days. And then what did it do, chat? What did DOT do when it bounced up the level again? It then appreciated in value 84% in 23 days. So you get why this level is so important. Just doing the same thing I did yesterday on KSM to this one. And yeah, again, the most legendary thing ever would be a back test and then a go. But you may never get it. You just, I don't know. That might be actionable if it pulled back there. I think you have a little mini harmonic structure right here, right? Kind of like a little bearish crab pattern. And just eyeballing. If it's a crab pattern, its PCZ is at $33. So there still might be a little bit more upside on this little wave here before a more major pullback or reaction. You're in, you notice you're at those mini fib extensions. But again, if you're going by the technicals of this harmonic here, which we know is certainly a crab, there is only one pattern completion zone. It's at the 1.618. It is not a zone like a butterfly. So 33 is the shorter term target, even right now. Hot, fantastic, momentous breakout. Pay attention to the levels, what happens above those levels. All right, keep, it's up 10%. This one, man, there's probably more data on somewhere else, but if we're just looking at Binance, this is it, dude. This is like what dreams are made of. I mean, this is like what YFI didn't technically look like. It was a much more powerful structure, but dude, the price action correlation to levels is unreal. Right, like spring on the 26th, a back test of a spring perfectly on the yesterday, and you bounce and you're up 10% off that spring back test. But eventually, I mean, you could be running up to 62 cents from here. For real, man.
Yoshi's Island hit $24.24. Mac Jones starting instead of that guy from Auburn for the Patriots. I think he's in good hands. Can we take a look at Nintendo, please? Thanks for coming back.
Thank you, Yoshi's on for 24s. Yep. Look at Nintendo. The OTC, man. Yeah, imagine. Wait, so Mac Jones starting over who? The Auburn guy for the Patriots? Dude, did you not see that Mac Jones is pretty prodigal? Literally as good as Joe Burrow. Undeniably. Joe Burrow was like a generational player. Mac Jones is equally as good. Based on empirical evidence. So it's just like, yeah, he's gonna start in the NFL. Yeah, Cam Newton got cut and released. Yeah. Yeah. I got a message about that. I didn't know it. I didn't know he was at the Patriots, so I don't really keep up with NFL that much. So anyway, just keep your eye on Keep because this is doing really magical stuff. It is. It's so hard to argue. It's doing the things that you could only dream of an asset to do before it goes higher. This is like idealistically a breakout back test and lots of confirmation. So there could be a lot more upside on Keep, assuming Bitcoin doesn't puke here. This is what your dream would be on Bitcoin. A pivot here. You have to pivot here. You need to if you make a higher low here, all of a sudden you got a really strong wave structure. But we don't know if the pivot is coming yet. It could easily keep dumping, but dang, man. Bitcoin's just not showing too much of an edge on the not as significant time scales. And that's the issue. And it's just been going, just extended on a long wave. It hit a golden retrace, and it's just been unable to do anything lately, right? So Keep's great. Hex, man. Hex, another good day. You know, near those all-time highs. It's got as high as 27.5 cents today. Wow, it'll be another, in an hour, 7 minutes, will be another highest daily candle close of all time. And 25 cents is kind of your psychological levels there. 35 cents was that major 2618 high to low. Right, you're at the 1.618. So yeah, reaction here wouldn't be that weird. But again, above this level, man, 35 cents right there. There's no structure now. Your chance, you had potentially, looking back, a couple chances. You had the double bottom potentially above all the critical levels, and you had the week, a 1 week period of back testing an old candle high close as support. And that was it. Like those were the reasonable strategic, potentially strategic levels. There is no strategy now. It's just moon boy FOMO buying if one was trying to take a long on Hex now. And that's okay, whatever, dude. But you know why we're here, why you watch the stream is for the other reason. Okay. So there's your Hex. Great. XRP. Very, very nice start. Very nice start here. All right. Holding above 106. I think 106 is extremely important. It's really like 104 to 106. And this is why it's so good, because if you look left, you can see it's like a candle high close from April 7th. It's a wick high from June 1st. Look at this, man. The price action correlation to trend lines is so good here, right? It's like you thought potential double bottom, identified bullish divergence. It reversed. The MACD said it might reverse. It did, and then it sold off. Dang, man. Is it just a lower high again? Bitcoin's puking. And then what does it do? It holds that 110 to 109 level and just goes to back test the higher point of the zone as support. A higher low, accumulation, more market participants own the asset than they did just before, just a few days before more market participants own it, right? So you're thinking this is really good, man. I'm sure there's just a little mini supply line here. We could plot it. Sure, you're not above that yet. Got a lot of work to do. You didn't even test it today at the high point, but I'm thinking, man, this could go to 150, 165 in time if Bitcoin can just hold on here and not puke out. And it's just hard because we don't really have too much of an edge on Bitcoin right now. So normally I love when Bitcoin has an edge because it makes me feel a lot more confident about the alts. But the structures that the altcoins have been forming make me really confident too. But just I could be more confident. I could always be more confident. And it would be if Bitcoin's showing,
hit the bell button one time.
you know, price action continuation to the upside or something. What's up, Steven M? Sure.
Bruh.
Thanks, man. For the 20. We'll look at Engine did also. God, another good looking one, man. It's just they're painting such good stories, and Bitcoin would be the thing to kill all the stories. But dang, you gotta. I mean, even staring into the face of the macro uncertainty, the altcoins were presenting arguments for longs. Yeah, again. Like they were in latest June, or I'm sorry, latest July. They're doing it again in late August. Band is another one that's up today, 4.5%, hitting an inflection point, right? Up thrusted through it, it's rallying back to test it again. This is it, man. If Band, see, it failed today. It ran up to it, 965, and then Bitcoin kind of puked and it's pulled back, but it's at August 22nd low. If you break that, extremely high probability, 1150s in store. So just from the breakout, if Band broke 965, immediate 20%, 19 to 20% upside in a very short period of time on Band.
Noise!
Just wanted to say thanks and show my appreciation by joining the annual club. Bought with some of my EFI attendees from the trade setup. Get rich with Mitch, not financial advice. Lel Kangs.
Dang, man, did you join the annual Patreon today? Brad, you want to confirm that? You know, because you could have done it yesterday, or it normally takes a while. These days, I don't know, they changed something, so the notifications for annuals are often like 24 hours delayed. So, wow, dude, that was you. Confirmed, he says. Hey, we're playing it. Can we get some friggin' hype with the chat? Thanks, man. That's huge. That's the single best way to support this channel is by joining annually, right? Thanks, man. We had an annual yesterday too. Yeah, Todd P joined the annual Patreon yesterday. So 2 annuals in 2 days is unreal.
It seems similar to the overall momentum from the end of a bull run, BTC dropping and alts running hard. What's your thoughts on the chance of that being the case? Thanks, man.
Well, it happened in May. April through May, right? Altcoins were just going berserk. I don't know, because if we're looking at a lot of altcoins, they're not done. right? They're not like finished. It doesn't look like, I mean, like GRT, and there are many other ones, like, you know, they just aren't there yet. Even with Ethereum, I would think that why would it be done at the 618? It's above the 618 now as of today, and the 786, 886s are where those, you know, big value perceived areas for shorts come in. So I just think it's not over yet. Like for altcoins, the runs are not done. Some might be, you know, could be considered maybe done for the trader hitting levels, but a lot aren't. They've hit some levels, and then like look, like DOT just broke out today of a certain level. Keep just broke out, you know, the past couple days. XRP just back tested levels as support with confirmation. You know, I mean, dang, dude, there's just a lot of argument for more upside on altcoins. Of course, it'll all come to a screeching halt if Bitcoin can't hold here. But dang, I mean, the hopium you could smoke on Bitcoin real quick is just somehow, some way it pivots here. That's just such wishful thinking because there's no edge. Nothing's implying it's going to pivot right here at this current level. But if it did, it would be a miracle, and it would turn into a nice complex wave structure that could have a lot of upside. I mean, look where it's at. Do you see this? I mean, this is what is being regarded as some level of support right now. Staring into the abyss, a wick low from April 25th. Right there. That's it. That's all it's doing. So if I just plot this right there so you can see it. Imagine a spring back test to spring here. That would be the play of the game. That will be considered POG. The biggest poggers. It could be a POG of the year, right? To spring back test a spring from a wick low from April 25th, and that happens, that'd be an XABCD. You get it, right? That's why I said if it did pivot here somehow, it would be a bullish, potential bullish butterfly where the minimum target on this asset, no matter what, would be around $51,700 minimum. That's only if you pivot here. This is the maximum threshold too. You get that, right? If you want a potential butterfly, this has to be at 886. Go read, go look at the book, go look at the criteria. And 886 is as low as you can go. So you're either gonna have a real good time or you're not, okay? You see what I'm saying? And it's a 1272, and the maximum threshold for this structure could go all the way to the 1.618 of extension. That would take you all the way to 53,250. 53,000. That is a swing low from March 16th by the looks of it. Swing low from May 4th. It's up there. There's a few levels up there. Inflection point anyway. So that's it. You want some hopium? Here is your hopium, chat. It just sucks. There's no edge. There's nothing like saying, hey, yeah, it's gonna continue right here.
BTC also being supported by the legacy line that goes all the way back to the peak of 2017 bull run.
Whoa, dude. There you go. I'll take your word for it, Cody. Thank you, man. The peak of the run. All right, well, if you're just talking about horizontal, you're hanging on by a thread where there's just very little price action until 45,235 or so. So this is it, man. Pivot here, or no strong wave structure potential. All right. Sorry, I had to look at that real quick. So, there are more assets up today in crypto. Been really putting a lot of emphasis on the crypto and the streams lately because of action, because of reasons, right? Makes sense to look at these assets doing things. No, I would recommend all of Scott Carney's books, volume 1, 2, and 3, if you want to get into harmonics. Learn from the man who trademarked them, who technically has the patent on the harmonics. I would learn from that guy. Not the ultimate harmonic. That's just kind of like when I was getting into it and wanted to start memorizing them and stuff. It was good for me, but again, you go to Scott Carney's book, it's nice. There's no there's no misspelling. There's no bullish patterns.
Gentlemen in the mix.
I don't know how to change a buzzing noise, dude. Does anyone know how to change a buzzing noise on this crap? Anyway, we'll continue on. Let's see. FIL is up today. It's at some critical level, isn't it? Yeah, a couple of swing lows, one from March 18th, March 24th. And you're above it, 73.89. There's a lot of stuff here on FIL. Yeah, you're not out of the woods for a while on this one. You have to break like 96 bucks to really see a straight line up to 134. So I really like the higher lows there, man. This is so good. There's like some like classic bullish divergence right here locally. Hidden bullish divergence on the RSI on the 4 hour. It's pretty good, making higher lows. Let's go to Link that's up 5% today. Trying its hardest here. I'm really seeing it. Like lower high, lower low, but now a higher low. Dude, it sounds like trash. I can barely even hear the music. So I don't really see much of an edge here on Link on the 4 hour. But dang, man, you could definitely see like how this could be perceived as some sort of bull flag. Wow, man. I mean, there you have it, right? I mean, how is that not potentially a flag, you know? And then you have a low and you have a higher low. It's just almost like it's implying a continuation if this keeps up. And you're working on a bullish engulfing candle on Link today. That's nice. And you're trying to get above these levels from June 8th and January 24th and June 16th. I don't think you're really out of the woods on this one until you break $36, $35.75. But that would be like the next level you go to. If this consolidation played out and it ran upward, you'd be going to test $35.75 next. So they're better. I mean, it's just there are better looking assets than Link, even though it's a good coin, right? People like Link, man. Like, dude, VeChain, it looks really good too. Like, what a flag, man. I mean, potentially a bull flag that hit one target, aggressive targeting for harmonic, and has just been consolidating since that high was created August 15th. So we're talking 2 weeks now of bullish consolidation. And you know, like, I would think like 23 cents up there could be a measured move of this bull flag. Dang, man, looks so strong, so tight. Anyway, we have a couple requests, maybe. Hold on a sec. Yeah, FRM. Hey, well, look what happened to FRM. I think we looked at this yesterday, in the past couple days. The asset was at a major inflection point. Look at the gray level. You see it. It's undeniable, man. It's never about knowing if it's going to break or not. We knew if it did break, if there was enough demand and not enough supply, the asset could have a huge markup above 30 cents, but it didn't. It has not been able to break. Too much supply and or not enough demand, and you've dumped. You're down 18.55% today. So that happens. Yes. If it breaks, yeah, moon. If it doesn't break, it could be a long way down. Looks like it's selling off and testing. Looks like a low point, candle low close from January 30th. Not a very strong, I mean, it could be a support for sure. It holds that. Just make a higher low than the previous low and all will be well. Yeah, just make a higher low than 16 cents. Your uptrend is intact. Your midterm uptrend's intact. You rally and you're going to attempt 28 cents, 30 cents again. And if you test it again at this point, you're going to break it and you're going to run really high, possibly really fast based on history. So yeah, it couldn't break it today. and it looks like it's been heavily affected by Bitcoin, and the daily was some pretty severe bearish divergence. Right, and that's pretty severe. It's very, very real, very discernible, and it's undeniable. So let's see how this performs. It's begun to play out. Bearish and golden candle. Less than an hour confirmed. You want to pray for Bitcoin here. 886 retrace from its previous minor low. If it holds here and starts rallying, we just talked about where it could go, 53,000. Oh yeah, sorry. YFI looks like it's kind of trying to bull flag, man. It really does. A nice impulse and some really tight consolidation here for the greater part of 2 weeks. Yeah, it broke a demand line. That is unfortunate. That happens, man. Doesn't mean the trend's over. So this one's just pausing after it hit the first target of the trade setup. Pausing. Consolidating. Downsloping consolidation after an impulse up's really good. I mean, just patience is required. You knew it was going to happen at this level potentially. That's why it was the first profit-taking level of the trade setup, just in case it was over. It's not over though, at all. It looks like it could just be getting ready to go again. Dude, it looks like a really nice sign type bull flag. Look at that, man. Forget the crazy wick there. That's it, man. That's so good looking. Just imagine if you saw an asset in a long-term sustained downtrend and it's showing this price action right here. I would be like, ugh, so ugly, so bearish, but it's not. It's opposite day. It's real day. It's bullish, really bullish. Check back up on Maker. Yeah, more consolidation here. After a really nice run, it's pulled back some at an inflection point. Look, dude, it hit. Remember, we looked at VeChain. Looking at Maker, same thing. A harmonic, it hit the top, it hit one target and no higher, and that's where it kind of double top, pulled back, but it's so strong here, man. Is that a cipher? Like just using your imagination here, kind of a little too deep there. Might be more prudent to use this one. I mean, that's pretty close, isn't it? It's not quite a cipher. It might be just considered a shark, but shark's an 886, so it definitely can't be yet. But you just see an M shape here on Maker. And yeah, it's not that great on the 4 hour, but the daily is really nice. Really nice stuff on the daily. Bullish and golden candle will be confirmed in 48 minutes. So you got that going for you, which is nice. Let's go back to some requests. Oh, Amazon. Gap fill. Oh my God, man, this is so strong. I mean, this is extremely strong stuff. I think even a patron identified a harmonic here and it actually reversed at the frickin' PCZ.
What's your thoughts on September being a predominantly red month?
Which patron did that,
Thanks.
man? God, that's so good. M shapes, and it's going back to the inflection point. So you're asking me when's a good time to take a long on Amazon? It was kind of tough down here because you were below the 200-day moving average. But there was no edge because it happened so fast because of earnings. So it was just tough to gain a strategic edge to take a long on Amazon. So it still made another higher low. That's fantastic. So it could be working on, I think like its target here could very well be $3,600. That's the gap.
Noise!
Can we have a look at GRT/USDT?
Of course. We can look at it, but you know, we looked at it yesterday and zeros changed, nothing. It showed its own little harmonic, a little confirmation low. Actually looks really good, GRT on the 4 hour. Better than a lot of others. But it's only up 25 to 30% from the entry, so screw it. I know. Somehow back inside that demand line that you fell out of. Dude, it's nice, man. Like, I'm just for hindsight. Just for hindsight. It's the bat, man. It's the freaking bat. Right? So fantastic, man. That's brilliant. So you reacted, you did not reverse. The reaction was the reversal. It's nice. Okay, so number go up. If you break 35.50, that's a breakout. You're re-breaking out of the mega range, and I think if you break out again, dude, that's where what we thought could have been going on here would happen. You know, $4,000+ on Amazon, dude. Remember, you've been confined within this structure for over a year now. You broke out in a year period, and then you rallied, you back tested, you attempted a rally, lower high, then earnings devastated. But it doesn't matter, right? Look how strong it is. People just buying the dip. Because the trend is awesome, and it's an awesome company that makes a lot of money. There you go, dude. Yeah, he was talking about Zoom. This isn't a request or anything, but dude, come on, man. It was like, I would wait on this one until it got maybe down to this would be the most prudent time to take a long, maybe. But dang, I didn't know it was just going to be that dramatic, that fast, dude. That's crazy. It's like at the PCZ right now as of today. And there's like maybe it runs down a little bit more to 279 and tests it. That's a lot of selling. It's big dump, man. Down 16.69% today. It got worse. Wow. So it's really tough to be like, time to take action at the PCZ when there's no confirmation. There's certainly no edge on the oscillators. How could you with a gap down so severe? So pay attention. I would just like pay attention. Let's see what happens. Will we catch a major reaction at the pattern completion zone of a very textbook bullish bat pattern? You could. You are oversold on the daily for the first time since October 2019, pre-COVID. This was before COVID. So it's been a long time. We're at 25, severely oversold.
Noise!
Our great project, Shy's coin in your eyes, lol, send it.
What's up, Ryan, dude? Thanks, man. I mean, I don't care. Is it showing me the variables that I tried teaching you every day? Is it showing those variables at critical levels? If it is, I like it, right? If it doesn't, I don't care. They're just tools to trade. They're vehicles for us to make money, these Altcoins. So if they're showing us the things that we're looking for, then okay, it's awesome. It could be potentially awesome. Okay, yeah, YFI now. That is, well, shoot, dude, we already looked, sorry. Already looked at it. Green third eye, bull flag, bullish engulfing candle confirmed in 43 minutes. And if you ever break $39,650, $39,650, there's nothing stopping you from going to $43,780. And if you ever break that, it's just kind of like you do have to regard like these other levels. I mean, 47,347. It's really not that clear. It's not that blue sky until you start getting up above 53K. But to me, man, it looks very sound right now. And at any time, if we catch some fall through price action off a bullish Japanese candlestick reversal, you'd be looking at some bullish convergence, almost Class C hidden bullish divergence. So I don't think you're in any. I think you're in great shape here on YFI. I still own it, man. That was it. Let's see. Oh wow, I haven't looked at this in a while. Oof. Wow, man, really gross. Wow, that played out beautifully. Oh, last time I was here, we had identified a right-angled and ascending broadening formation, which is typically bearish, and that played out brilliantly, man. That measure move got hit. Dang, dude. Wow, perfect.
Mitch, can you look at Riot for me, please, sir?
What's up? Rethink Finance. Sure. YFI, can't really copy YFI because we just looked at it. YFI had 0 resistance till the next level. YFI unfortunately has a decent amount of resistance all over the place. So could be bear flagging right now. Broke a parabolic uptrend it had been in since 2015 by the looks of it. I mean, you know, COVID crash was the only time it fell out, but it went right back into it. Time's a little bit more real. I wouldn't be taking any action on this one right now. There's no edge. Nothing's implying a reversal here. It is, though, at a pretty interesting level. This high from 2018. Not much anything else, though. That's it. So I guess you above 57.75, there's a glimmer of hope. You hold that, you'll be all right. But breaking that, you're in a lot of trouble. Something I see maybe. Something like this. 1272, you cut a reaction, things got bad. I mean, think about a 1.618 down here. Like 49.20. That could be ugly, man. It's not just that. I mean, let's see. I'll be in the middle of nowhere too. So yeah, this is just one that had a really nice run, but started making lower highs, then a base of buying, and then just it broke support and dumped to the next level. Bad earnings. Yeah, it definitely looks like bad earnings. So hold 57.75, and you could maybe run up to 68 bucks again, but nothing is implying that. Okay. I don't think there's any bullish action to take right now on this one. And the dump just happened, so. All right, engine's down today, 2.5%, but dude, gotta understand where it is. This is really why you want Bitcoin to pivot here and rally it to that, you know, that little harmonic we talked about, because of assets like this, where if Bitcoin pivots here, engine's gonna go to 268, 278. This will hold and it will rally tremendously. If Bitcoin says, no, I'm not, I'm gonna roll over and dump, this thing's dumping too. It's not gonna hold this breakout it had. It was so good, man. You can't be mad. It's like pulling a YFI and ways, breaching critical resistance, back testing it now again as support. It actually is kind of trying to back test it for the first time here. So if you're an engine fan, you better be praying for Bitcoin, because Bitcoin will dictate if this succeeds or fails. So much upside on engine potentially if the macro holds right here. It's do or die time. Steven, there you go, man. Thanks again, Manimal Dude. Just going through. All right, next one with GRT. That it's been a daily affair where we've been at it. Okay, up 0.07%. It's pathetic, right? It's really sensitive to Bitcoin. It doesn't outperform Bitcoin at all, and Bitcoin has been sucking lately. So, really unfortunate. Still above the critical levels, but yeah, there are definitely better performing assets than GRT, undeniably. There are assets running circles around this one, and dang, man, like if Bitcoin sucks, this one's gonna suck too by the looks of it. It's just, but it's not as close as Engine. Engine's like, oh man, it's testing it right now as I'm speaking to you. At least this one's a little off of the inflection zone between 79 and 81 cents. 85 cents is bad, dude. It's just, where are the bids? Where's the demand? Not there yet. Even though it's at a really good spot. Like, it's a daily time scale. It's a huge harmonic. Everything you could ask for is going on here. Like, if you wanted to be bullish, this is still completely fine at this level. This is almost like where someone could add to their position, being so close to that inflection point. So Nothing I can tell you besides you have broken all resistance points. You broke the supply line. You broke the horizontal line, the ice line. You're above both of them, and that's it. Now it's up to people to buy it. A lot of it, and it's not really coming in. Because maybe just other assets are getting bought. I know people talk about it's been diluted really bad, like GRT developers. Come on, what are you doing? Oh, you're gonna dilute the coin? Create more of it? Why don't we just use US dollar? I mean, that makes me just not really like that at all. I don't hear about that very often so yeah, it's definitely like kind of a bittersweet situation here. Still at good levels, but it's just no one's buying it. It's not catching the bids that you think it would catch. And at any day, it could, on any day, there could be a huge markup on GRT. It just hasn't happened yet, really. Yeah, Composite Man's just waiting on everyone to sell. Well, he was doing that on Cream too, but then go ahead and get exploited. Yeah, if your trash project gets exploited, you don't deserve to rally. You deserve to dump and get sold off. I didn't miss that, did I? No, it's literally the next request. Literally. GRT's fine above 80 cents, man. Even though I get it. It's like you're watching the rest of the party go without you. GDAO is only to wrapped ether. I don't know, man. Like, if you want to play this crap, go ahead, dude. On Uniswap, enjoy Governor to wrapped ether, man. Like, I think there are a lot better assets to trade than this one that's down 24% today. You call it a great project. We don't really care that much about the
3.6. Not great or terrible.
I dream of a day where I see comrade Mitch flying spaceship. I wait, drinking vodka, wishing and waiting for spaceship Raketa.
Yeah, man. I worked on it today. It's extremely frustrating. I can't get the lighting right. Stream Deck keeps freezing when I'm trying to work on my Stream Deck, which is, dude, there's so much complexity in the spaceship, and now like software's failing me and making it impossible to work on the spaceship and improvising for my new streaming environment. So it's not operable right now. I have to get my IT guy over here. He'll be here Thursday. And whatever, man, like, until Bitcoin actually does something, who cares? There's no hype. There's no hype unless Bitcoin does something. Ethereum could go to $20,000. No one's gonna really care that much. I mean, like, hype-wise. There's not gonna be like this influx of people watching, new subs. It's all about Bitcoin. That's all it is, dude. It's absolutely psychotic to me, but that's the reality we live in. So, I mean, what are you missing is what I'm saying. Like, there will be a spaceship stream at some point. But I've got to get all these kinks fixed, and there are a lot of them.
When it all comes out, Bitcoin is going to zero, along with everything else. It is going to zero in a second, in the snap of a finger.
Yeah, dude. It's going to zero, dude. Not surprised. Anyway, I was just like, okay, dude, 2.25 million is the low risk area. I guess I wouldn't trade this. I'm not ever going to touch this crap. Good luck to you, dude. All right, next one.
Noise!
Association on KuCoin, thanks.
Sure, dude. Thank you, man. Wow, you want to talk about an exceptional looking asset right now? It looks like it's setting up for much higher prices. Is Riot Blockchain. Almost looks like an ascending triangle. Look at that back test. There was a harmonic here. Thought I had been here recently. Certainly a nice harmonic there. A cipher or a shark of some sort. Once it breaks $40, that's where fireworks start on Riot. Yeah, man. Looking really good. Look how it all turned around for this one. With the structures we love so much. Because they're so reliable. It was a cipher in the end. A 786 retrace. A bullish, you could call it a morning star. Or you could call it a pin bar of some sort. A morning star.
Yo Mitch, happy Tiki Torch Tuesday.
This is
Can we look at
momentum shifting structure. This is where we get a
BTC?
major
Breaking out
knocked
of
out once
supply
C
line.
breaks. So man, yeah, we'll look at BTT. So BTC, sure. Conrad, thanks man. I would think that if this asset is gonna break $40.60, Bitcoin's going to much higher prices, and so is this one. It'll probably go to $65. I'm not kidding, man. Look at the price action correlation here. I guess even if you're conservative, it's going up to $61 or $60 just the candle open there. That's straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up-ish. Not enough demand, then dumped. So I think that's where it's headed eventually. But it's all about the levels. $40.60 is everything on this one, man. Oh wait, and it will do well if Bitcoin pumps. It will be really good if Bitcoin pumps. Okay, La Bamba sure did. No. Pretty, I mean, it looks like it's at, levels where a reversal wouldn't be that weird, huh? Talking about a range, you're right there. Above 8 cents, pretty good. I mean, I think above this high, right here, this high from July 13th, I think you're in good shape. It's trying to get back above it. It was engulfing earlier. It's not engulfing now. So it's all about, can this hold? Or can you get back above it? You're trying to right now. I mean, back above it, I think you would have to go with probably the previous local high at 12.5 cents. And then there's another one right above it at 14.4 cents. And then another one at like 18.5 cents. And then that, see, it's just a little bit at a time, man. There's different inflection points on this one. So as long as it makes a higher low than the previous low, eventually it's going to continue its run. I mean, it's definitely broke out. It's trying to regard old levels as support, resistance. And I think like if it got above 8 cents, it would go back to 12.5 cents again. So yeah, it's not bad. It was better. But it's right back at those levels where if it does hold here, I mean, that could be an entry. That's pretty nice looking stuff right here, maybe. See, there's more data somewhere else. So we get, oh wow, man. All right, so let's go to KuCoin. This is BTT to BTC. This is a request. And if you look left, there's this low from May of 2019 that it's trying to get back above. Look at the 200-day moving average. You're trying to regard it as support. Look what's happening here. Hidden bullish divergence is beginning to develop very well. So you want to see hidden bullish divergence at extremely critical inflection points. That's a good combination, or there could be a lot of upside if it, pivots here and rallies. I mean, I think your target from here, if it broke above 893, would be 1403. So like upside potential on BTT to BTC could be at good God. I mean, you got like 55% upside from here if it breaks that and holds. Nah, it's a feature. I have to literally every stream change. I have to manually click the like button. And since I restarted the stream because of the audio issues, well, no, I restarted because OBS crashed. The only reason it crashed because I was going in settings. Anyway, chain reaction. So now the likes are back on. So sorry. Anyway, the 200-day moving average bouncing, bullish engulfing candle in the midst of being painted, and an old swing low from May 2019 and hidden bullish divergence is all happening on the daily. This is a decent amount of argument for how or why BTT might have a nice pivot here and a rally to much higher prices. It's BTT to BTC. Let's see what happens. Okay. That's it. A low, then the same low, and then hopefully maybe a higher low here. This is a pretty good looking chart, if you can even believe it. Thanks for the 900 plus people tuned in. I guess if you're enjoying the live stream, you can hit the like button, the bell, the sub, whatever. We know where Bitcoin is, right? We already looked at it. That was the last request anyway, so daily doesn't really stick out as anything special. Like, it really doesn't. Like, the daily isn't implying upside right now. It's been long extended, and your higher highs are getting, you know, weaker. You know, you had a high here, you sold off. You made a much higher high, you sold off. You then made a higher high, but it was much less significant of a higher high than the previous high. So that could be like, you know, less, the momentum's kind of dying out. Yeah, God, they trolling me, man. As soon as I mute my mic, they turn their effing sirens off. Getting stream sniped by an ambulance. Anyway, so we just talked about why this has to be the pivot point. This is it. Like, you don't really have any edge at all right here. The only thing that's going on is Bitcoin is just testing somehow this wick low from April 26 as support. Somehow making an 88% retrace from the previous low to high. And that's really important. And I've already brought it. I'll do it again because there are people trickling in. This is the hopium that you can smoke. Might get you really, really high here, but an 88% retrace. And then if that is where we pivot, then your target will be $51,700 minimum. This is it. It has to pivot here. Otherwise, it can't be this structure anymore. You must make a higher low for the really strong wave structure. You can't, I mean, you can't make a lower low and it be a strong wave structure. You can maybe shark, it could shark, but it's not going to go to the 1272 most likely. This is where it has to happen, man. The bids need to come in here. Bad. Especially if you want engine to hold on and stay above the inflection point. You want these altcoins to continue. You want Ethereum to go to $4,000. This is where Bitcoin needs to pivot right here. I just hate that there's nothing else besides this wave structure, potential wave structure, helping the argument. Not on the daily. The weekly's alright. Monthly's alright too, but you get what I'm saying? Dang, man, this coffee ran through me. I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom real quick. But yeah, dude, I mean, you see what happens if Bitcoin just doesn't roll over. Look what happens to Ethereum. This is the one, man. This is the one. Like, God, imagine not owning lots of Ethereum for a long time now. Imagine. Have you not seen what's going on with the NFT market? If you look at all the fees and stuff, Ethereum is in its own league. You can say Cardano's a competitor and DOT or whatever the other ones are, but if you look at transaction fees, no one's using those. No one is using those platforms at all compared or relative to Ethereum. Ethereum is hands down the most used crypto and makes the most money with fees. It's not even close. Not even the Lightning Network can touch Ethereum right now. So fundamentally, this is the one. Ethereum is the king. and could be at 3,800, 4,100, and it wouldn't be weird, man, because they're deep retraces technically. Wave structures.
Hey dude,
they normally don't reverse
can you take a look
majorly.
at Mango?
These are like minor retrace levels.
USD.
What's up, rescued Afghan? Thanks for 20 days. No, dude, it doesn't matter. I don't care if you're talking about Sol, any of them. None of them are making near as much money on fees. That means not like there's just not near enough people compared to Ethereum, dude. I mean, yeah, congratulations. That's been on crazy runs, and for good reason, because people are discovering, wow, Sol is maybe a competitor, but not near as many people using those platforms as this one here. Okay, I've got to, we're gonna run the bathroom real quick. We're gonna keep it on Ethereum here. It's really strong right now. I mean, it's at its highest level of this 4-hour candle. And Bitcoin just didn't dump. It just had a breath and stopped selling for a second. And this thing's just like, oh, I'm about to go test the upsloping resistance, the supply line again. And maybe, just maybe, I might break it if Bitcoin can pivot. All right, I'll be right back. Thank y'all. Just hang tight. Sorry.
You are one. If you're free. The human being is an effect of consciousness. Can I say again? The human being is an expression of consciousness. They are not the controller of consciousness. They are the display of consciousness. Okay, I'm back. So we have about 18 minutes till the daily close. What's up, Anonymous? The USDT?
Anonymous tipped $25. Hi Mitch, can you look at cover? Busted Ed suffered greatly due to the regarding your ending merger process in March 2021. Thanks, keep up with the good flow.
Sure, thank you.
Hi Mitch, love your stuff man, you're great. Thanks for showing up every day. Please share your opinion on PTE, Polaritite.
Thank you, Conan.
Hi Mitch, can you look at cover? Busted Ed suffered greatly due to the regarding your ending merger process in March 2021. Thanks, keep up with the good flow.
You want to tell me that? No, that he literally just tipped twice. That's confirmed. That's not a bug. He tipped twice. Thank you for the $50 for the same TTS. I appreciate that, man. Thanks, dude. Let's look at that first one. That was Mango. Oh God, I've been here before, I guess. It's dumping. Bearish engulfing candle on the 4 hour below the high from August 22nd. No action to take here. Maybe there could be action to take down here at like 26 cents because there could be some sort of shark or something, right? But not right now, man. Right now it's sit and wait. Don't touch. One would not be touching this crap. But look, 886 would take you like down to like 25 cents. Maybe not even the greatest context, but that's where there'll be value, and that's where it might make more sense strategically to take along. This is no, I would not touch this crap. Nice run though it had. It's been running pretty nice. Wow, descending triangle much? Well, look where you are. You're right at this level. The price is literally at the same level from January 11th. January 11th. That's when I'm creating this right here. Okay. 290, 313 little zone of inflection. Look at that. Wow. Look at that touch here with 23rd. Insane. Look at this. Resistance, 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 resistance. Oh my God. Now support. So you're in this zone here where it all depends, man. Like which way you go. If you go upward, if you break back out of it, man, this thing could go berserk. You see what's going on, right? I mean, you understand why I plotted those levels, and you get back about 313. I mean, there could be tremendous markup. Look at that up there, man. I mean, that could very well be the target. I mean, if you back test these levels as support, look where it went. Look, dude, come on. It's like KSM. It's like the other one, like DOT maybe. When the asset regards that level as support successfully, 123% appreciation in value in 6 days. Okay, the time after that it did it hit that level, tested as support, and then it went up 149% in 11 days. So if it did it again, you could understand what could occur, right? I mean, the same type of major markups that you've seen historically at this same exact identical level. It's all about the ifs, man, and it's holding pretty well here. Holding really well. It's up 2.8% on the day, but yeah, just pay attention because it is locally. It's like a descending triangle. I mean, that's pretty real. I mean, you have distribution with a buy wall, but we've seen Facebook. You know what Facebook's done, right? Facebook had a structure very similar, and it broke upward, and it keeps going. So that's it. You got a descending triangle here at a level, but if you hold successfully and you start getting above it, then the thing could go berserk and go up like $600 maybe eventually. Could double, triple in value. What? No, I would say double. Not bad. 2.9. I was looking at the twos. Yeah, you could like triple in value. I'm sorry, double in value if it holds this successfully long enough and Bitcoin doesn't crap out. All right. Pretty good. Not bad. So pretty easy to strategize your stop loss, right? Stop loss just below the wick low from January 11th. It's so easy, right? If you get stopped down below it, who cares? You gave it a shot. We don't know if these assets are going to hold supports, but it's easy to know how to strategically set up a stop. Yeah. Stop loss, maybe 275 or something, 270. And then take profit probably at $600 eventually. Wow, that's way more than 3-to-1 reward to risk. Okay, next one. Oh my God, dude. It reacted. Maybe it's reversing. I don't know, man. I mean, maybe it, like, dude, even if it reverses here, I wouldn't be touching this crap till it gets above 81 cents. Until it gets above that low from March of 2020, the low from May of 2020, the low from November 2020. That's when I would maybe take a shot if we see the asset rally and then back test it as support. At this time, man, just like the last time I looked at it, I know I said the same thing. I don't care about PTE until it gets successfully back above 81 cents and tests it as support again. Then I'll care. For now, dude, you understand if this is a shark, right? You know, the maximum threshold for the shark could eventually be 113%. So you understand how low this could go. It could go to 40 cents and be at the max threshold of this structure. So cool story, dude. No action to take yet on this one. Okay, that's it. I know the analysis hadn't changed too much, right? Pathetic attempt by the bulls to back test this successfully. No demand and just right back below it. Earnings too. God. That was it. That was the last request. Unless, you know, Anonymous wants me to look back at cover to BUSDT and do the same analysis again. I guess I could do that. Somehow total is in the green on this 4-hour candle. What's going on, dude? Oh yeah, Ethereum 3441 and climbing. If you closed right now on the 4-hour on Ethereum, it would be the highest candle close in many months. That is really, really strong. So I'm talking about, you know, this morning we had a really good run to 34.33 on the close. And then we had 4 hours of, you know, it did run up. It ran up and saw 34.86 for the pullback. Why did it pull back? Bitcoin definitely pulled back. You know, bearish engulfing, then all that. But look at this, man. As I'm talking to you, it's at its highest levels of this 4-hour candle, and there's only 10 minutes left. So it could very well test the supply line again. But eventually, man, the way I'm looking at Ethereum, and I could be completely wrong, and I've been wrong plenty of times before, right? But the way I kind of am perceiving Ethereum is kind of a little bit more amazing. We go to Bitcoin, and you got to go back to way back, dude. Unless y'all didn't know I existed. You got to go back here, man. This is what Bitcoin reminds me of. Or I'm sorry, Ethereum reminds me of right now. Bitcoin, same thing, right? Give me the Gartley. Beautiful Gartley. And then this happened. Up sloping consolidation for a month, right? 1 month. Up sloping consolidation and then moon. I think that's where we are on Ethereum. Okay, but the thing is, Ethereum's above all inflection points. Yeah, dude, it's hyper bull flag stuff. Okay. Yeah, KSM's going nuts right now. It's up almost 35%. YFII is still holding on. It's right there. The first target of the trade set up 64.72. It's just indecision. I love indecision candles after big impulses like that. There could be a lot more upside, maybe even tomorrow.
We need bulls to be strong.
Holy
as
crap,
Captain
dude.
Instano.
Beautiful. It's the daily candle high close. That's where I got that trend line. What's up, Bob Boucher's mama? Thank you. I appreciate it. Yep, Captain Instano shows them Moisey. My God, Nigerian scammers coming back. It's like Sauron, man, never truly goes away. Dude, they're everywhere, man. The people impersonating me on like all platforms.
Hey Matex RP ready to go.
Yep.
Check PLS.
It is. We already looked at it earlier today. It does look ready. If you were a patron, you wouldn't even be asking me that question. You're clearly not a patron if you asked about XRP, because that, again, trade set up like a few days ago. Still valid, still above at entry or above the entry now. And we got less than 7 minutes till the close. We're running on the clock, all right? Stream has been very, very mixed. As I'm just literally... YouTube sucks. Their studio sucks because you can't just hide someone from the channel. You understand how ridiculous it is? You hide someone or ban them from your channel, but all their trash scam comments remain, and you have to manually remove every single comment that they make. I mean, it's like no one complains about it at all. Like everyone's just okay with it. I think a lot of content creators don't even care. They don't purge their comment section. They just let the scammers pretend to be them. But for me, I'm like, I will spend as long as I need to removing all these comments. You're not gonna win. See, I'm getting paid to do it, technically, right? They're not. Because it's work for me. Relentless, man. Let's go to DOT. That's up 22% right now and pumping. It will be a 4-hour candle close. This is what happens, Larry. I mean, come on. What happens if DOT breaks 2750 or ever back tests it? Just like the levels it can go to. It can go to $40. Ethereum is really strong, 34, 44, 80. Bitcoin has to pivot here, chat, with no edge. Wishful thinking. Daily close for everything in crypto soon, not just Bitcoin. Yeah, interesting. Because of that psycho monthly candle, that is true. Wow, I didn't even think about it. It is the monthly candle close, chat. In 4 minutes 30 seconds, the monthly candle closes. And Webby, thanks for the reminder on that. Look at this, chat. Highest monthly candle close of all time will be confirmed, and it's not even close. Remember that time there was a potential double bottom at around $100. Anyone remember this at all? And the momentum was about to go positive. Wow. Life-changing money.
Noise! Can we check FDM, please?
Sure. Phantom. We'll do it, but look at this, man. The monthly. Beautiful. Pretty much 3 months of consolidation, I guess. You think if it's going to hold here, it could eventually go test, the all-time high wick. That would probably be your next target on the monthly. We're just talking about a continuation candle, right? It's really good. So let's look at Bitcoin's monthly candle. It's going to end, and then we'll look at that phantom request. It's not really the thing. It's nothing like spectacular. It's nothing like Ethereum, but it's nice. I mean, it's the follow the price action you're getting. Cool. Yeah, if you're talking about the monthly on Bitcoin, there's no overhead resistance, no discernible resistance that exists until $58,700. Nothing. It's just randomly here. Like, oh, there's this wick low. Okay. So no concerning stuff on the monthly on Bitcoin. Still well above 60. It's at 67. Conditions are perfect on the monthly for your biggest crypto that exists on the planet. Possibly even the galaxy. Okay, what was it, FTM? FTM's down 10% to date. For good reason. It's been running while everything else hasn't been running as much. What did it do? Wow, I can't believe it ran up and hit an inflection point and has reversed at an inflection point after a psycho run. At an 88% retrace, you reacted pretty violently to an 88.6. That's exactly the TA that you're looking for. Perfect. People who buy at these levels deserve to lose money. Yes, they deserve to lose the money. If they buy after a run like this at these levels, you get that, right? People do it. They just don't understand technicals. They don't know how to read that. So they'll just see a number going up, a green number, and they'll just buy at an inflection point. What they literally don't understand is like you're supplying liquidity to people taking profit at these levels. So yeah, you pull back and probably going to pivot and run again, you know, but until then, it could go all the way back down to 64.83 cents. Yeah, no edge, of course. It just had a crazy run. Yeah, we looked at Engine. So we got 1 minute. One minute till the monthly candle close. So besides, you know, the issues, does the mic sound any better? It should. It is way better mic. Like, it is by far, hands down, a way better. This is the mic that Joe Rogan uses. I just don't have the settings set up well yet. So, like, there shouldn't be like background noise and all that, you know. Yeah, Cardano, highest monthly candle close ever. There's going to be a few of them, right? My God, look at FTM's monthly. Almost closed at its highest level ever. Wow. Look at these monthly candles. Space. All right, there it is, chat. New monthly candle has been born. The highest one ever for several assets. This is the one that is really, really impressive. Ethereum. We have now 1 month, chat, until a new candle that has been born closes. Beautiful. Well, he got a new mic setup, actually. Well, you know, I'm at my point in my career where when he got this microphone, that's where I'm at now. So I gotta, you know, build more of a following and stuff, get more success before I get the new mic, whatever he just bought. Just kidding. So that'll probably never happen. But I'm just literally interacting with chat because someone said something and I'm making jokes. Right? It's crazy. So yes, your highest monthly candle close ever, your highest 4 hour. Yeah, believe it, man. No, oh no, it was so close. So in the last moments, Ethereum failed to make a higher candle close than the one from early this morning. Dang.
Thoughts on September really being a historically red month?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's real. It could happen again, man. But it doesn't mean it's going to happen 100%.
Troy/USDT. What is your take on if the closing is forming a harmonic pattern on daily/month? Thank you.
Let's look at Troy. Decentralized Trojans. Troy Trojans. It's like a South Alabama college. And their mascot's the Trojans. Don't be gross. All right, so... my thoughts on September being historically red. Yes, the salespeople make sales, right? I mean, yeah, it happened. You remember last September, August was amazing. So many trade setups on altcoins went phenomenal, man. That was the breakout of my Patreon. It was like unreal. One of the biggest breakouts, you know, ever until January. Another Patreon breakout, but ton of trade setups, successful, lots of money made, and then in September, we reversed, right? Went sideways, Wyckoff distribution on Bitcoin, and they all dumped and reset. When they reset, including Bitcoin, deep retraces, higher lows, and then September 23rd, that fateful date, I'll never forget it. I was in Orlando, the Litecoin Patreon trade setup. People were questioning, are you sure? I just don't know, man. Stock market was pulling back some too. I was like, I mean, am I sure? No, I'm never sure about anything ever. But I'll tell you this, it had all the variables that we look for. At all of them, September 23rd. And that was the bottom for Litecoin. And then it went up hundreds of percentage points from there. So, yeah, September last year was not good at all. It was a big reset, big pullback before eventually assets pivoted at much higher lows and won again. So, hey, look, dude, Bitcoin's dumping again. Wow. While I'm live, I'm so surprised, dude. It's selling off. It's not dumping. It's just selling off. It's barely moving, but it is going red like it's normally been doing the past few days. I don't know, man. You know, since at least last week, it's been. No, I did change where my mic is. It's never been over on this side. It's always been over on this side. And that's because of the DJ mixing table. Like, the mic was like right here, and I couldn't really do anything practicing and messing around. So I moved it like right here. So there you go. But now the problem is it's like right here, visual. Like, if you want me to be close to the mic, it's gonna have to be kind of on the camera. So I don't think it's that big of a deal, right? Is it bothering anyone that it's visual? It's like, you know, visible. Dude, YFII on the new day is already up 5%, chat. Talked about we loving decision candles after statement candles like that. It was at that first target of the trade setup, and now it's blasting through it. 66.40 right now. And the eventual next target is $8,573. And then after that, close to $10,000. It's beautiful. I mean, don't know if there was a setup as good as this one, as textbook and beautiful as this one. And it's because of a couple things. It was the back test, successful back test of the trading range, of the Wyckoff range you'd been in for most, like, I would say 11 months, 11-month large range, and you broke it, you back tested it. This was the same thinking on FireEye, chat. It really was. It's just FireEye decides to sell half their company, you know, then earnings were terrible. And I think, like, okay, this one didn't have terrible earnings because it doesn't do earnings, and it didn't sell half its company. So it held. And was showing hidden bullish divergence in the daily here. Textbook, high and tight, bull flag, and gone. So this one could continue its ascent based on the fact that if you look left, there's very little to no resistance above pretty much 7K. No, I always had the Yeti Blue, which is, I had it, and dang man, I had that since the beginning, really, man. So there are very few things I have now. The only thing left I have is my one monitor. This monitor I stream on every day here in the station was my first live stream ever I streamed on it. So it's the only thing that hasn't been replaced, and it's in time it'll eventually be replaced because, like, it's starting to get discolored at the bottom on my side. It's been used and abused for a really long time. So Casey, you like it, man? It's not literally Joe Rogan's like his literal mic. No, it's the same make and model, or was. So this is out the gate going berserk. We're up almost 6% on this one. Nothing else really on the watch list right here is doing the same. KSM's up 1.82% on the new month. In no man's land, right? There's nothing here. Like, not really. Remember, this thing eventually, you could see the same type of performance as it saw before when it backtested the same levels it just successfully backtested, okay? So you just can't be surprised if it keeps going, eventually sees 484 and maybe higher. The YFI is up 1% today. Remember, we talked about this is a bull flag. This is definitely a bull flag, and this is confirmation low right here off the 200 moving average locally on the 4 hour. This is like bullish convergence, divergence down here. It looks good, and probably going to run to 39,650. But if YFI ever breaks 39,650, I think you're most likely going to 43,780 really fast, really easy. That's the second target of the trade setup. Those post-over patrons. That is now the beginning of the month, a new month. So since it's a new month, you gotta wait till tomorrow to join the Patreon, because it's still the same Patreon cycle, like billing cycle, until like midnight at Pacific time. So that's wait to join the Patreon. So yeah, you have a lot of altcoins that are in the green right now on the new day. Bitcoin technically up $72. Yeah, DOT's up 1.6%. I mean, we just looked at it, huh? Right? Now I think I'm getting DOT and KSM like mixed up because they look so similar. They've just made their critical breakouts, and they're just doing what they've done in history. Yeah. 3% up on KSM. But this is the one, man. Ethereum. What? Catching up. Okay, man. So I guess I'll let y'all go. We covered, just a bunch of coins and the monthly closed, and I wouldn't say we're off to a good start. It's just started, so you don't know like where this is gonna go. Bitcoin, who knows? I mean, this is it, man. Like, Bitcoin has to pivot right here at this level. It has to if you want that strong wave structure that's gonna make this whole market keep rolling, dude. What's up, Fallen Man?
Noise! Hey bro, Luna please. A mini alt season is upon us.
I don't like this anymore. I mean, it's at like levels where major reversals can occur. You had your chance down here, dude, in July. Like, this was all identified. Go check the Discord. Go check it, man. Go check the streams when we looked at Luna. We talked about all this good stuff down here, but we didn't know it was going to do this. It just ended up doing that. At a golden mean ratio, you have an asset that's showing 1, 2, 3 peaks. I'm not really sold on it. I wouldn't touch this right now. There's no reason to. No reason right now. High premium, near all-time highs. The asset from the bottom. This asset in the past, 2 months? Yeah, a little over 2 months. 700% appreciation in value. That's not something to be taking longs on when it's at these levels up here. Even though it could keep going, it's just... That's not strategic. It's just you're randomly buying an S coin that's up way high. Yeah, opportunity downside, sure, but you're conditions were good luck, man. Troy, it's all about 1.1 cents. If it breaks 1.1 cents, I think that's where you could get a really big markup. Hasn't happened yet, but yeah, it's still making higher lows. Keeps making freaking higher lows. So you keep making higher lows. Eventually, after all those higher lows, you eventually really, with confirmation and follow the price action, you break above the inflection point. It goes back to February of this year. You break that, I think you could have a major markup to set 1.7 cents. Yeah, that's like, what, 70% upside or something stupid? Yeah, analysis is about the same. It does look really good. It is continuously making higher highs, higher lows. So that keeps up. 1.1 cents breaks, boom. Could go real fast, real high, real fast. That's it. That's just your update. No, Jeffrey, I used the weekly. We looked at the monthly already. Sometimes the 3-day. Yeah, I mean, check on that, I guess. Again, that was the last request, right? Ziggy, you graduated from Troy? Heck yeah, man. Did you ever eat Crow's chicken down there, man? It's pretty good. Yeah, storage is fine. It's, could pull back here or not, but I mean, well off the entry of the trade setup. It's on its way. It's not at the targets yet, but dude, eventually 186. 186. Anything above 129 is exceptionally bullish. Straight up, straight down, straight up. Straight down, straight up, straight down. Eventually, it's straight up again. All right. So if you want Bitcoin and these altcoins to roll really well still, you got to have a pivot here. An 88% retrace. This is it. Maximum threshold for C for potentially a really strong bullish wave structure has to be here. There is no evidence or any data backing up the fact that it's gonna pivot here, unfortunately. I'm just telling you about the waves, right? And if it did pivot here, it would be real good chance you see 51K plus. So pray for the pivot here because you don't have anything else helping you. All you would have is a miracle. It'd be a miracle and a little, it's a wick back from April 25th, 26th. That's all you got, man. So new month. Crazy things can happen. So thanks for the likes, the love, support, contributions, everything in between. Live 1 hour 48 minutes on this stream. So I'll just be back. Until next time, respect the T. Edge.